Okay, we continue with the 10th Mishnah in the 4th Perek. And this Mishnah, as we're going to see, is a very similar theme to the previous Mishnahs. Rabbi Meir Oimer, Hevi Memayit Be'esek. Don't work so much, and rather what should you do? Va'asoik Ba'atayra. Says Rabbi Yoina, what does this mean? Shatatzam lachcha rai, make your work temporary, v'teirascha keva. Vevi shval ruach, and you should be humble b'fnei kol adam. Says Rabbi Yoina, gam zeh adavar minin ha'tayru. To be humble is also related to Torah. And therefore it says within the statements of Torah, not before or after. But what does being humble have anything to do with Torah? If you want to be matzliach in Torah, which is the ultimate maila, loitit ga'eh, do not be haughty. And certainly not for other mailos, nachrios kashmiis, for external reasons and physical reasons. There's no reason to be a bal gaiva. You should be humble. And even in front of those who are humble, you should even be humble. You have to distance yourself very far from being haughty. And certainly you should be a anav in front of those around you. And if you neglect the Torah, there'll be many distractions that will come against you. This is talking about Rishayim, wicked people. Dubim are bears, Arayos are lions. They're going to force you to stop working. This is what Hashem uses. This is the shevet. If you ever wonder why do all these things happen to a person, because Hashem is using something to punish you because you didn't learn Torah. Hashem doesn't punish with his own hand, literally, but rather through other ways. So one might wonder, why did this happen to me? Why did that happen to me? And they think of all different things, that the reasons why it might have happened. But the critical reason teaches the Mishnah, you know why? Because he was batal minat Torah. If you're batal minat Torah, you don't learn, then all the distractions in the world come against you. What happens on the flip side? You're amal bat Torah. You toil. You have a lot of reward. Listen to this. One who toils in Torah, Hashem in his own glory, gives reward to those who learn Torah. Hashem doesn't send it through an intermediary. And now we see that why does Hashem punish through a messenger? To be easier on us. When it comes to reward, then Hashem says He's going to do it Himself. Why? To give more reward. What is this comparable to a king who makes a beautiful vessel? The king tells his servant, should take money to make the vessel beautiful. What happens? The servants, of course, are not going to take as if the king himself gave. Meaning, if you go to the storehouse and they give you, okay, here are your utensils, you're only going to get such and such. But if the king himself would give you, you'd get a lot more. Why not? Why? Because the servant, the one that hands out the money, is obviously not as opulent, not as generous as the king himself. And they're not used to giving like the king gives. Says an incredible lesson that when it comes to getting reward, Hashem Himself, incredible to hear that when we have to be punished, Hashem says, I don't want to punish you directly. If I punish you directly, you know what's going to happen? It's going to be too bad. So you know what? I'm going to give you a punishment through a mishaliach. But when it comes to reward, then Hashem says the opposite. I want to give the reward. I want to make sure you get what's deserving to you. And we conclude with a short Mishnah. Rav Eliezer ben Yaakov Oimer Roisa Mitzvah Achas. What happens if you do one mitzvah? Kaina loy praklit echad. You acquire a single malach, a single defense. Says Rabbi Yoina Zamilas Tov Al Adam Le'Amelach. This is a intermediary. This is one. This is the malach that intercedes in your behalf in front of the king. But then as well can look at Tigger Achas, one prosecutor. Tshuva umaisim toivim ksirim lefnei haparaniyos. Tshuva and maisim toivim are crowns in the face or shields in the face of punishment. If you do tshuva, our tshuva protects us. You wonder, comes El, and you wonder, why do I do tshuva? You know you do tshuva. You do tshuva because you made a lot of mistakes. And we all made a lot of mistakes. So if you don't do tshuva, Rahman al-Islan, we can be punished for all those mistakes. But if you do tshuva, then that shields us. And finally, Rav Yochanan Hassan L'Raimer concludes the Mishnah, called K'neisiyah Shi L'Shem Shamayim. Any gathering that is L'Shem Shamayim, Sefer L'Eskayim will endure. L'Torah, L'Maisim Tovim, Nikris K'nis L'Shem Shamayim. We have a gathering for Torah Maisim Tovim that's called a gathering L'Shem Shamayim. She'ena L'Shem Shamayim, in Sefer L'Eskayim, K'shemiskabsin L'Ishtar Zel, Zem S'chabdin Kolech L'Chavera. If you're gathering together just to gain honor, such a group will never stand.